Hi folks, this is Agent West from the Geek Squad in Stirling here, just to show you one of the great new updates on the MCE Checkpoint tool. Now, what we've got here is we've just got a little demo phone that we're just going to show you through the processes. So, you guys might have been using it before. If not, what you need to do is plug the phone into the target port of the little box. Once you've done that, it will come up some options on the screen. Now, if you haven't got USB debugging on, it comes up with this little menu here. Okay. Now, what you need to do is you need to go to the phone, go to the About phone, and if you haven't done it already, you need to press the build number 7 times. Now, once you've done the build number 7 times, it comes up with the option of developer options. Now, when you click on it, what you need to do then is you need to click on the option for USB debugging. Now press OK. Once you do that, it'll come up on the screen saying you need to authorise the USB debugging. So what happens is on the screen is you get this little box here. Now you just need to tick the box to say always allow and then press OK. Once you've done that, you get this option here. So it tells you what phone that you've got connected. We've just got a Moto E here. And we've also got a couple of options. Now underneath, under handling return device, we've got the great new health check options. Now the health checks options is going to allow you to check the customer's phone to see if they're complaining about any faults, to see what apps are running in the background, what the battery's life, if it's discharging okay, everything like that. Also what type of services, and also if it's been rooted or not. Now rooted is, if it has been rooted, we can't trade in the phone or do anything with the phone because the customer's played with the software. Now what you get is you get some information points. Now why it's coming up this one is because there isn't a SIM card in it, so that's device carrier cannot be retrieved. So all it is if you had an O2 SIM card in it or Vodafone, it would come up with information there. Also the same with the services here is because there is no SIM card in the phone, just to say. Now what we've also got over this side is we've got the consuming apps, so the ones that are taking up a little bit of space. You can also get it to do a test of the download speed to see what the download speeds are like. Now over in this corner here, we've got the great new, so if customers complain about things, you can hit the optimize button. Now what the optimize button does is it looks at the phone's information and then gives you some tips and tricks to that you can turn off on the phone. Now in a brief second you'll see the options that you get. Now one of them is normally like to turn off the Wi-Fi, also to close any apps running in the background. There's none running on this one, it's just straight out of the box, but these are the type of options so you could actually remove the options and things like that. What we've also got is run hardware diagnostics in the bottom corner. Now once you do this, this should help with your return process. So if a customer comes in complaining about, oh, they can't hear the speaker or anything like that, you can now run it through a series of tests to prove it is. Now what we'll do is we'll click on the audio test. Now what we've got is we've got headset test, so that's if you had headphones, loudspeaker, microphone or vibration test. Now we haven't got a set of headphones connected, so we'll just untick that option. And then all we need to do is press continue. Now what will happen is on the phone it will come up and make noises, and then what it does is it runs through a test for a couple of seconds, and then once it's done it comes up, do you hear, so all you need to do is hit yes, and then it moves on to the next test. So it comes up and tells you, so it's now recording our voice for about 9 seconds long. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then what you should hear back in a second is us saying 1 2 3 4 5 6. So everything is okay that way. Did you hear any microphone? Yes. And then what it does now, it does the vibration test. And as you can hear, it's now vibrating away very nicely. And then at the end, all you need to do is, does the device vibrate? Yes. And then what you get then is you get all the ticks on the phone. What we can also do then is you can also click on the hardware diagnostics button up here, and you can click on other tests. So if the customer's complaining about their battery, there is options for the battery tests here in a brief second. So what we've got then is we've got the one for the battery, and then what you can do is, we're not going to plug into a charger, but we can do the rest of those tests. You can also do by hitting continue, and then what it does is it just looks at the phone and it just runs a test automatically, and all it does is down this side then it gives you testing everything. So if the battery's not holding a charge or anything like that. Now it is recommended though, I would probably say, is if the phone's got to be on for a little bit longer, just to say so it can get up to, the battery can get up to temperature. So as you can see, it goes by voltage and things like that. So what it does then, and then what you can then do is you can actually generate a report. And then what you can do then is put in your details, and you can either print the report if you're hooked up to a printer, or email a report. Now these two options aren't working yet, but it's going to be a feature added on later. This is just an early test. And then what you can also do then is you can click on the history over here, and you can actually see what tests that's been performed. So once you put in like your branch number and things like that, so if it goes from one store, customer tries it in a different store, you can actually see what's going on with that. So that's a great new tools. It's on the MCE machine. Thanks very much.